Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Avowed. We're here in the Temple of Eothas, trying to find the relic and the missing expedition core, in which Sargamus said he never saw, which find that hard to believe, don't you guys? Yeah, we all find it hard to believe. We also read some books, got some knowledge. We're ready to continue on, so let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and burn this down. Please?
Ready, aim.
I think it's probably a good idea to heal up too as we continue down. I just got the strangest sensation of being in Skyrim with this this hall here. It was oh shit, I forget the name of the dungeon. The first major dungeon where you get the dragon stone for Whiterun. And it was showed off in like the reveal content or teaser trailers or whatever for Skyrim, where they like showed off the light mechanics, where they shot like a light spell down the hall, and you had the running water and the mushrooms on the wall. Yep. You guys know. If you know, you know.
6 years in Dawnshore, and I never knew something this big was under our feet the whole time.
Yeah, how do you miss this, man? They're pretty big. I love these buildings. Oh, this is cool. I like this place. Got some sort of monster out there. Purification of the Pilgrim. I hope that in coming to this place, standing before the splinter, and turning my mind to prayer, that I would feel something. That I would experience the solace the other godlike speak of. This state that they call grace. But my dreams remain as silent as this eerie godless tomb, and I am ashamed to feel so lonesome and bereft. To truly love the gods is to be faithful to the void. That is what the oracle tells me. If I look outside of myself, to the here and now, for that which I desire, that I will always remain unsatisfied. I must go down into myself, into the still, wide emptiness, to discover that I already have everything I need. The many voices of wail I wish would whisper in my ear, even had I heard them, there would not be evidence of their love. That evidence persists already in my soul, in the void to which I have not been true, and it has from the moment they plucked my soul from the wheel, and gave it unto my body to be born. It is the chime. The chime is the evidence of their love, and if it is all that I ever have of them, then I should fall to my knees in gratitude, for it is more than most kith will get. But to know the solace that I seek, then I must give up any desire for their love, and learn to love the void. A little bit of preaching on how to be faithful. To have faith. There we go. I got Zarp Elders. Zarp Forager up there. And a water beetle. Okay. I'll have to go over there in a moment. I see this here. These are usually things you can burn, but I guess not these ones. That's fine. Okay. See if we can't sneak in there. Okay. Well, we got this guy to come down. Nice. Over this guy. Oh. Good. Where's this last guy at? There he is. Good job, guys. Not exactly what I had planned to do, but it worked out. Okay, and there was no way to... Well, I guess we get up there by going... up here, huh? Well, we don't want to go up there yet.
What are we dealing with here?
Thorns beside violets. Essence twisted out of shape.
I have to have a talk with my divine entity here about talking in riddles. How do we get up there? That's not what I wanted to do. Very pretty. Very pretty mushrooms. Nope, not missing anything here. It must be above me. Okay. Well, I assume we're gonna... climb other places? Let's see what's up here. There's no way we're jumping over there. No way we're jumping over there. Okay. There must be another way around. Let's just keep moving for now.
A pulse beating out of time. Should it be disturbed?
First rule of scholarship is disturb anything that can be disturbed. Otherwise, you won't know what it does. Consecration prayer. With this leaving of his precious body, we commemorate our most glorious God with all his saints. Let us commend ourselves and one another and our whole life to Eothas, the Dawn Treader. For this holy house and for those who enter it with faith, reverence, and the fear of our God, we consecrate this temple in his name. Eothas, have mercy on our souls. May he have mercy on us all. Okay.
If it weren't for the creepy oracle and the invading roots, this place would be kind of nice.
I was thinking that myself. I mean, might want to sweep up the mess, but other than that, not too bad. Oh. Oh, oh. Alright. Don't know what that does yet, but I'm sure it did something useful. Okay, we gotta find the gold one too. Is it in there? Hello, Mr. Gold?
Right behind you.
Thank you. Thank you for being behind me. We'll see something in there that's shining pretty heavily. Alright. Is that the relic?
It can't be as easy as just grabbing it, can it?
It never is. Sorry if I cut you off there, Marius. I think Marius is gonna respond, but I was too excited to see what's in here. Ooh. A sarcophagus. Turquoise. Really boring sarcophagus, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Oh, I do see something over here too. How do we get in there? Oop. Like that. We can't just like blow open this door, can we? It's barred. Wonder if I can like shoot the bar. No, it doesn't look like it. Okay. Splinter of Eothas.
The false idol. It waits.
Uh-oh.
Something's moving in the main chamber. We better get moving too.
Alright. You guys ready? Man, this place is collapsing here. Oh, more coming in. Go for that ranger. Good. You guys got the ones down there? Oh, hi. Gotta get that priest. Okay. What else we got? Oh my god, they're all over. Take him down. Take him down. Good. Nice. Ooh. Go, 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 go. There we go.
That ought to be all of them, right? Well, that was fun.
That was pretty good. I like that. Alright, so I gotta figure out how to break through this door, though. No way I'm leaving without that figured out. Let's go and loot first, though. Return to the Oracle. Continue searching for the Deeren expedition. Yeah, so we're definitely missing things. Audra. Golden Skellings. 72, nice. Okay, I'll take Audra. Alright. So, how are we going to get through that door? Making sure there's nothing down here. Nothing over there. There's nothing else in this room, was there? Like we didn't have like an angle. Is there something up top? Gotta look up. Always gotta look up. Okay. I don't think there's anything above us. Oh!
Quiet as the depths.
Have I mentioned that I think this is a terrible idea?
What do you mean? Where's your sense of wonder and adventure? Second rule of scholarship. Destroy all valuable looking pots and pans. Because you never know what might be inside. A History of the Living Lands Part 4 Redacted. Every page of this book has been painted black except for the very last, which features a large drawing of an unusually ornate key and a note written in the runes of an unknown language. Beneath them, someone has scribbled, "How do their agents keep finding my work? They've already defaced 3 versions of this volume alone. I don't know what they find so objectionable about my theories on the meaning of the godless language, but I'm done rewriting it. You bastards win, no more." The note above has been amended by a more measured hand, likely sometime after the first note was written. I've compared my notes regarding the inscription from Ukaizo with the script on the intact clay tablet in my lab, and realized they share several shapes in common. I may be able to make some headway in translating this, if I can find an expert in the godless. Another amendment follows, but that, too, has been mostly blacked out. Near the edge of the redaction, the paint suddenly runs off the edge of the page. A splash of blood stains the margin. All you can make out is a pair of shaky sentences circled several times. Yes? Could that mean God? Did we find volume 3 of that? It's probably in lore, right? Yeah, we never found volume 3. Have to be on the lookout for that. Interesting. So somebody didn't want the language to be deciphered. Why not? I know we have this theory going on that, these might be the gods before the Ingwithan gods from the previous 2 games that they told us didn't exist. Hey! Stay down. What does that mean for the godless? Are the godless actually not godless? And who's covering all this stuff up? Okay. Very cool. That was a nice little section. Okay. Now, we did not find any way up from here, so there must be something more.
The way out must have flooded during that earthquake. Blasted ruins.
Well,
Oh,
better a flood than a cave-in.
yeah, I'd say. There we go. What's in here? Okay, nothing. I don't know. I saw my oop. Well, that was a waste. No target. I saw that red light, that red glow, and my crosshair went red, so I just assumed something was about to attack me. What's number 4 on my bar? Didn't there used to be something there? If there did used to be something there, why is it no longer there? Okay, gonna make this jump? Oh yeah, easy. Okay. This is how we get to those areas I was thinking about. Oh, where'd this root come from? That root wasn't there before. Otherwise, I would have just jumped on that before. That's kind of odd. But I guess I am a follower of the vine god. Or something. Okay. There's definitely something here. But where is it? This is killing me. Is there nothing here? You guys hear the tingling too, right? It's not just me. Maybe it's on the other side of this. Hey Kai, can you give me a hand? Come on, buddy. Help me up. Thanks. Okay. Maybe it's up and around that way? I see you. But you're not what I'm after. Okay, looks like... Oop. Come on. There's no other way out along this path, right? No? Okay. Gonna make this jump. And up we go. Huh. Just like straight essence there. This is it. This is what I've been looking for.
Something's not right here. Take a look around.
Oh boy. Sargamus. Sargamus, you've got explaining to do, my friend. Yetta's journal. Proughton 2830. New orders came down from Darren today. We're to be sent to the Living Lands. The diplomatic corps has established an embassy in the port city of Paradise, and they need support cataloging the unusual ruins there. No doubt it will take months, perhaps a year or two at the very least. I had promised Redwin I'd be in High Crown to celebrate Enestu with him and the children, especially since it'll be Miri's coming of age. But how often are you given the opportunity to lay the foundation of study for a previously undiscovered ancient culture? I'm sure he'll understand. And Miri, well, I think my daughter will be glad I'm gone. Damn. It's not like the gods are making new continents. The world is getting smaller every day. Alright, so this is... Oh, it's a different month. 17th of Preverno, 2830. Same year, though. It always seems as though the moment I finally get my sea legs, we're pulling into harbor. And a charming harbor it is, despite what Darren told me, and not nearly so dangerous as the clerks in High Crown warned. I swear on the Queen, half my countrymen resent any city that isn't the Emperor's purely on principle. There was a letter waiting for me when I arrived at the embassy. I suppose Redwin sent it before I left. The cowards filled with dissolution of our marriage, the cowards filed for dissolution of our marriage, but he couldn't muster the stones to tell me to my face. Then let him assume it never arrived, for I certainly won't dignify it with a reply. This whole episode has given me a blinding headache, a horrible pinching sensation right behind my eyes. Alright, and this is a few days later. We've had a few days to settle into life at the embassy, while the powers that be argue about how to best make use of us. While I was resting, the ambassador's clerk took the scouts to some dreadful little swill house in a rough part of town. Naturally, a couple of the younger lads poisoned themselves with alcohol. The mother in me wants to be furious, but I can hardly muster the energy. As long as Offrick's voiding his stomach in the canals and instead of the bunkhouse, it's not my business after all. I think I'll take the team to Fort Northreach, see if we can help their archivist identify the purpose of the godless ruins there. Alright, this is the next year. Blessed New Year. So this is the first month of the year. Okay. Gotta try and figure out the calendar. The team acquitted themselves well at the fort. With Caedmon's help, I was able to get down into the basement of the ruins there and take a good look at the construction. Naturally, I left the notes I took at the fort. I feel like I can hardly even think these days, but I believe I remember enough of what I learned to write a satisfactory report for the ambassador. This is not a good sign, as she can't think. Could those ruins have been the site of a fertility temple? I mean, goodness, look at the shape of their buildings. Got some good curves, huh? The Steel Garrote Inquisitor attached to the embassy has uncovered a rumor of a holy relic in a cave here in Dawnshore, and she suggested we might want to investigate. I know I should be eager to get down there to explore, but I've already been able to get out of my bedroll. I've hardly been able to get out of my bedroll since we've arrived in Paradise. I'll bet there's a curse tablet with my name on it that Rudwin's installed at the Temple of Skane back in High Crown. Nothing else could explain the hideous nightmares I've been having. Mushrooms erupting from my skin, my eyes replaced by quivering stalks, Miri turning into a tree, Rudwin splitting in half and opening like a flower. No matter what drug I take or to which god I pray, they refuse to go away. Damn, that happened to her quick. Alright, 6 of Prima. I collapsed while we were gearing up in the market, and none of the merchants would help me off the ground. One of them muttered something about a soul plague and ran off to tell his mates. I tried to tell the man I wasn't sick, just going through a divorce, but I couldn't speak. It was like my tongue had turned to mud. The Inquisitor pulled me aside when the boys got me back to the embassy. She was able to press the locals for more about the relic. Apparently, it was taken from Eothas' Titan skeleton, the very one I made my reputation discovering, and it's well known for its ability to heal anyone who holds it. I cannot delay any longer. I must find it.
Well, we found the expedition. Looks like they've only been dead a few hours. But how did they get in here?
They didn't come the same way we did. I'll remind you we had to swim here. And look, there's no way these people died of natural causes. Murder usually leaves a mark.
It's like every member of the expedition team just collapsed.
I've seen something like this before, in the creation of animats.
Do I even want to know what an animat is?
An animancer could explain it better, but they're basically suits of armor brought to life by bound souls.
Right. I knew I didn't want to know.
The Oracle couldn't have put the expedition's souls in the statue of Eothas, right?
Could the Oracle's plans have something to do with Eothas' vanishing at Okaizo?
There's still a lot of debate over what even happened at Okaizo. Perhaps the Oracle knows the truth.
I know the truth.
Perhaps he's just as lost as we are. Eothas is a dangerous god associated with Eora's bloodiest wars, and he recently killed thousands of people in Deadfire. Now, we have a piece of him, and we're about to face a maniac who wants it desperately. Tread carefully.
Treading carefully. Damn, killed them all. That's rough. That's probably what I was hearing, that box right there. Okay, got a nice little oven. On the Binding of Souls. The margins of this text are scribbled with notes and references. The ink-stained pages appear to have seen much use in earlier times. The removal and transference of souls is a practice both ancient and sophisticated. There is evidence that the Inguithans were particularly adept at this, yet few details have survived them. Someone scrawled Annals of the Pargrunum, page 382 to 386, below this paragraph. What is known is that the removal of a soul is a difficult process, and one that requires an expert hand and precise tools for any chance of success. Early attempts on a test pool of 138 goats left most of the subjects with maimed or fractured souls. In all but 2 of the 11 instances, where the soul was successfully removed, the essence dissipated before scholars could capture it. The words, "transfer to holding vessel," are written and underlined in the margin. The process requires conductive materials, copper and adra specifically. Immersion in water is important to ensure that the soul is drawn in a steady and uniform manner, with no distortions or breakages. A warped soul is, at best, useless and at worst, unpredictable. An arrow points from this paragraph to a scrunched note. Extraction pool in CR 18 feet wide by 3 feet deep. We have since mastered the process of soul transference and have seen the benefits of infusing forged work with the essence of animals and wilder. What remains to be seen is whether we might see greater gains from using the souls of Kith, where we would procure the appropriate subjects, and how much personality and autonomy we would want to leave intact in such cases. A string of notes winds around and below this paragraph, beginning with criminals, prisoners of war, volunteers, and ending with forge guardians in block letters. These notes are crossed out, and below them is written, "But what of the divine soul?" What was the name of our construct friend in the first game? The golden construct we got in the White March. How do I get out of here? Oh. This place is not doing too well, is it? Okay.
Why has he come here? Why does he build the idol in this place?
Unbar this door. Okay. Is that the way we had gone before? I think that's the way we had gone before.
Even the flood could not stop him. Fealty or sickness.
Oracle's up ahead. Be ready for anything.
Alright. I'll save it. Alright, Mr. Oracle. Let's talk, my friend.
There you are.
My brother.
You have been gone some time. Do you carry the splinter of Eothas?
What is this splinter?
The splinter of Eothas is a sliver of shin bone from my lord's titan body. It was carved from his skeleton many centuries ago. Yet long after the gods left this mortal world to claim their dominion in the beyond, the splinter is infused with the very essence of my lord's power, to illuminate without fire, to heal without injury, and to speak without voice.
There was an earthquake while I was in the temple. The place is flooded.
Yes, the earthquakes, and the roots that seem to always accompany them. They are not a new occurrence, I'm afraid. This land has always had an unstable quality to it. But it has worsened in recent years, grown violent. Is it my work the land abhors? Is it the arrival of your Emperor's soldiers? Or are these tremors merely the convulsions of this island's lone volcano? You will need the scientific minds of Emerald Stair to tell you, for I certainly cannot say. Whatever the cause, the disturbances are getting worse. I fear this whole place could collapse at any moment.
I found the bodies of the expedition team in your workshop. Did you kill them?
I did not expect you to be so thorough in your explorations. Nevertheless, I am impressed. As to whether I killed them, well, that is a matter of semantics. Does death occur the moment the heart ceases beating, or when the soul is broken upon the wheel? In one sense, then they are quite dead. In another, they remain very much alive. In either case, they have entered a state of change, and the impetus was mine.
A soul on the wheel is broken into its constituent parts. The person the soul once constituted is gone.
If one were to take your narrow-minded view,
Well,
and the expedition had encountered the wheel, then yes, they would be dead. But their souls are not bound for the wheel. You see, I have given them the opportunity to be part of something larger than themselves. Their essence is held safe within my devices, and with your help, I shall give them a new commission: to prosecute the redemption of a god.
It's a godlike's responsibility to hold their god accountable.
You understand me. What is the source of all suffering? Our division from God. Not our division from them, no, but their division from us. It is a wound the size of the soul, yet it gapes as large as the world. If we are to alleviate suffering, if the gods, if Eothas is to atone, we must give him a mortal consciousness. We must give him a mortal conscience. or the atrocities of the Deadfire and the Saints' War will be but preludes to the horrors he will sow across Eora. Even the Redeemer needs redemption. Even the gods must be held to account. Eothas must be stopped.
Okay. I like what you're saying. I don't really like the way you're saying it, though. The way you're saying it makes it sound a little crazy, my friend. So you're gonna make them prisoners?
By making them jailers.
Unwilling jailers, though. Which would be basically making prisoners jailers, but sure. How do you expect to redeem Eothas?
Do you carry the relic I asked you to collect?
I do.
Excellent. The relic you have retrieved was stolen from Eothas' body. He is bound to it, or it to him. And before the events at Ukaizo, he would speak to me through it. He speaks to me no longer, but I believe he resonates with the splinter yet, as I do. If I am correct, when it is placed in the statue, the magnifying power of the Ardra will draw him into it, and he will be trapped. Locked into the reliquary with a chorus of furious souls acting as his conscience. He will finally begin the work of making right all the wrong he has done. All that is left is for you to place the splinter into the statue's chest. Will you do it?
Well, I mean, let's be honest, Phaelus is probably incredibly curious to see what happens. What will happen to you if your god abandons his domain in the beyond?
I cannot say. But when I return to the wheel, I pray I do not see Eothas there, for it will mean that I have failed. You see, my brother, you must understand. I am willing to endure a life of greatest loneliness, so that he may repent.
Kai, Marius, what do you guys think?
Me? If I ever suggest helping some crazy Nimdu bring a statue to life for religious reasons, please kill me then and there.
Yeah, aren't you curious?
Look, I'm all for second chances, but restoring the god who started the Saints' War and left a trail of corpses and Deadfire? Even I can see that's a bad idea. And I can't imagine a worse fate than spending an eternity as one of those poor souls stuck with him. I've heard I can change him before.
There's no way this will work, you know that, right?
Eothas is weak, if he persists at all. He expended tremendous soul energy manifesting in the body of Moros Nua and marching it across the Deadfire. By the time he reached Ukaizo, he was spent, and used the very last of his power to destroy the wheel. The god that is left is but a wisp of purpose, floating through the beyond. It is that wisp I will capture.
Sure, I'll put it in the statue.
Thank you. Once you have placed the splinter into the statue, power my devices just over there. Together, we will observe the results.
Yeah, his curiosity is just too great. And I don't know how much of a qualm he has of, you know, subjecting these people to be jailers for their rest of their soul's life. I'm sure I already read that, yeah. So, Let's do it. Let's see what happens. We could always just destroy it, right? Right, old Eothas, old boy? Alright.
There we are. Now, fill the statue with essence. Do me the honor of pulling the lever, just there.
Just where?
And my lord will return to face justice.
We will see what happens. My guess is we're gonna have to fight the statue. Or, I don't know. Ooh, this is exciting. Scholarly research, my friends.
Any moment. Oh. My god, Eothas. Are you there? No. It's not working. Something is wrong. My lord Eothas has not returned. Something is missing from my design. Something I did not account for. It must be the chime. Without its ringing, he cannot hear the statue's call. My brother, will you join my holy work and lend your chime to the cause?
Sargemus, you must give up this mad plan. I told you, it won't work.
You cannot ask me that. If you knew all that I have done, how arduously I have labored. No! I would sooner give my soul over to Rimagant and let it be trampled beneath his hooves for all eternity.
You cannot create an animate from stored essence. The consciousness dissipates instantly. Soul transfer must occur live.
That can't be true. Nothing I have read in my studies has said anything of the sort.
It's not my fault you didn't do your homework. Animancy has developed significantly in the last few decades. Your research is out of date.
No. You have beheld my statue. You have carried the splinter of Eothas. You witnessed my power and the power of my lord. My brother, please. Why do you lie to me?
Why do you lie to yourself?
Everything he asked of me. I did it all. And then he stopped asking.
I'm sorry, Sargemus.
But then, why did he leave? Why did he leave without me? What did I do wrong? Why does he not love me? Oh my god. What do I do now?
That's for you to figure out.
I have much to consider. Excuse me. I must pray.
Hear us. Follow us. We would speak to you.
I've always believed in second chances, but I've never seen a change of heart like that. I guess your Emperor really did send someone special.
So we're not fighting him? I'm not mad or anything, just surprised.
It's surprising how much can be accomplished when you just let things ride out, you know? You don't gotta fight everybody that you think might need to be fought. And yeah, the three options they gave us for like what we could recommend him to do, I don't really think that Phaelus cares all that much about the Deadfire, nor the other godlikes. And I guess the Living Lands he cares about right now because he's here, but he hasn't like grown attached to the people here yet or anything like that, so he doesn't really care about that either. And I think he is very much a man who thinks that everyone needs to find their own path, kind of thing. So hopefully he does something well with his life. Who knows? Hey, Audra.
It wakes. A host. Form given life. One day when we are free, we could return here, dwell in this body, feel the earth again. But it is a sprout. Fragile. It must sleep here undisturbed. A secret you could keep. Tell us, will you give us this gift?
Whoa. Ooh. I don't even know what you are. Why should I trust you with it?
This prison holds us, silences us. The years fade like leaves. We have no memory of summer, warm fire, soothing rain. We could walk gently in this body, tend, grow, learn anew. But we must claim it.
How will you do that?
A shard of Adra tethers it to us. Yet it is weak. A quagmire of essence occludes its veins. If we had time to tend it, perhaps we could find a way.
What will you do with it?
We are not sure. Could we touch the world? Walk in the ocean? Sift our fingers through sand?
It's yours.
A vessel to hold us. We will remember this. The Adra strains. It aches, a choking barricade of souls. Essence like mud, we cannot swim here. It must be flushed out. Free this obstruction, then when our prison bars fall, we will see.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
Back with you. One more thing we have to do, my friends. Yeah, you know, just thinking in my head with the stone over there, and you know, I think we shouldn't just leave it there like this. We should definitely hit the lever again.
New earth to till, new flower. We rest now. We must consider this.
Very interesting. Very cool. Alright. Well, we got a couple things to do in here before we leave. Now that I don't have to worry about Sargemus.
Thoughtless.
Oh, did I fuck up? Did it? When did it save? Here? Okay. We're not gonna do that. Okay, so that's probably how you end up destroying the statue. From what that sounds like. And my character would probably understand that. So.
We rest now. We must consider this.
Alright. Now we may leave. Cool, that... And this was a side quest, wasn't it? This wasn't a main quest. That's kind of crazy that we found so many different things in here. Sargemus and the statue. Right? I'm assuming we'll probably encounter Sargeras again at some point. And then the statue seems like it's going to be a pretty important thing. Yep, Sargeras is still alive over here.
Ah, it's you. I have prayed over what you said.
That was quick.
That I must decide for myself what is next. There may be no purpose left for me in this world, but in my waning days, I shall seek one nonetheless. Before I leave this place, I was hoping you might tell me, what became of my statue?
I've saved it for my own purposes.
Oh, I hope you know what you are doing. I have to believe that is for the best. Thank you for releasing me from this burden. For the first time in decades, I feel light. I hope we will meet again, my friend. If not in this life, then the next.
Goodbye, Sargeras.
I fear you have a long and difficult journey ahead, Envoy of Adir. I leave you with my blade.
Ooh.
I do not need it any longer.
Last light of day. How many times are you going to show me this tutorial game? God, the music's so good. I'm probably going to say that so many times in this game, but it really is great. Killing an enemy restores 3% of your maximum health. Hits deal 10% bonus fire damage. The lavish extravagance of this blade belies its wicked lethality. It was crafted for an Eothasian paladin of the Order of Kind Wayfarers as thanks by a blacksmith whose life was saved by the paladin. Ooh, excuse me. I can sneeze. Rumor has it that never once did this paladin ever draw a last light of the day from its scabbard, settling every conflict through diplomacy. When they finally reached the end of their long life, they were buried along with this sword, which had yet to draw blood. How and when this weapon made its way to Sargeras' hands is unknown, but from the notches on the blade it has almost certainly seen use well before that happened. I kinda like it a lot. Dude, this is like oh, look at the little designs on it and stuff. This is a pretty nice blade. I'm not gonna lie. Take that. Assuming you read this? Didn't we already come through here? Well, it disappeared, so no, we did not read it already. Ugh, okay. With the mention of the name Widewind, most folk think of only one word, Godhammer. While this event echoes through the ages and is still felt years after the destruction of Evandur Bridge, Widewind's humble beginnings belie the powerful force he would grow into. Widewind lived an unassuming life in a remote area of Radsaris, the son of Vorless farmers. He toiled in the fields alongside his father for 22 years, until his father's death. The farm then fell to him to run. He considered selling, but had no other skills upon which to draw, so he set on the path of Vorless farmer as well. Nothing of note was recorded in Widewind's life until 4 years after his father's death. One day, while working in the fields, Widewind's life was irrevocably changed in his words. Night was falling, the fingers of dusk already gripping the sky. The sun had dipped behind the world's edge and stars were peeking from beyond the shroud. The day was still and darkness had blanketed the fields. I placed my last harvest of the day into the collection pile when from behind me arose a brilliant light. I turned, fear in my breast, knowing not what could have caused such intense radiance. Behind me stood a blazing figure, Resplendent in glory, its white flesh glowed with a luminescent radiance. Its head a blinding ball of light, brighter than the highest sun of mid-year. I averted my gaze, afraid I would be struck down for daring to gaze upon such a creature. A sudden peace washed over me, sweeping away my fear, leaving my troubled soul tranquil. A loving warmth wrapped its arms around me. A voice spoke to me as I stood, transfixed, trying to both see this glorious being and avoid its dazzling scrutiny. "Fear not," it said to me, "for you are chosen above all others. You will be the light to bring about the rebirth of an empire." It then held out its hand, and bestowed upon me a vision of power such that I could scarcely contain it. Widewin, disheveled and dirty, stumbled into his village the next morning, telling all who would listen about the miracle that happened in the fields. Eothas himself, he claimed, had appeared to him. He was to punish the adhering governor for leading his people into ruin. A way would be provided, and those faithful who helped would be blessed when the divinity manifested. Villagers ignored him, convinced the loss of his parents had broken his mind. But Widewin continued to preach of the power of Eothas and the corruption of the governor, eventually earning him the ire of the locals. His confrontations with the villagers hit a turning point one day in mid-autumn. A crowd had gathered around Widewin, jeering him and telling him to leave the village. The voidless crop that season was particularly light, and the villagers blamed Widewin, saying he had angered the gods, particularly Eothas, with his blasphemy. They backed him into one of the withered fields, yelling at him to go. Accounts of the inciting action are hazy. Some say a stone was thrown, others say he was pushed, others still say he simply tripped over a dry root sticking from the ground. Regardless of the cause, Widewin landed face down on the ground, the villagers standing over him laughing. "Enough!" A voice, not Widewin's, boomed across the field. Widewin looked up at the crowd, his eyes glowing with a blinding white light. He stood, but did not stand. One moment he was on the ground, and the next he was standing before the crowd, who cowered before him. "You dare deny me?" The voice spoke through Widewin's mouth. "You dare refuse my servant?" Widewin's arms raised, beginning to luminesce. "You dare require proof?" His arms went out to his sides. "Never ask again, lest you be burned in the light of the new dawn." There was a flash of light from Widewin's eyes and hands, and the entire field sprang to life. The once dried and brittle plants became full, lush, and verdant. The crowd was silent. From somewhere in the back came a call of "Praise Eothas," and then they all fell to their knees in front of Widewin. Farmer turned god. Must say that's a pretty powerful vision. We read this one though, right? I thought we read that one, but oh my god, we gotta make sure we get rid of all these things so I know which ones are new. I don't think that's lore. A very good farmer. St. Widewin pursed his lips and stared down the glowering visage which peered at him between stalks of Vorlis. He gripped the wooden shaft of his scythe, slick with sweat from his palms, the hand of a working man, which he was. We read this one. "Then you're Eothas then," he said. "That I am," said the god. "Then you already know what I want," said the farmer, who was Widewin. "That I do." Widewin unknotted the taut cord which restrained his ponytail and let the flowering locks cascade around his shoulders and rest above. Yes, we read this. We read that. Let me just get all these sorted out so I don't have to guess at what we've read in the future. Alright. Well guys, I think we're gonna end the episode there as the music swells powerfully. Looking out over Paradise.
That was certainly an experience of some kind. Let's go catch up with our freak.
Okay.
Another glorious battle.
I was not expecting there to be bears there. I was planning on like cutting the episode dramatically as we fell from the cliff. They make like a really cool exit, even though I haven't done my outro yet. But that kind of got ruined. Anyway, that's gonna be it for this episode, guys. In the next one, we'll go talk to Offric again, and then we'll be coming out to. We'll probably teleport back over here so we can go over here and kill Rauga, and then we'll eventually be getting to the Watcher in the next episode, I think. So that should be fun. Until then, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you later.